Somebody else is getting compensated. How many of you feel that? Okay, few hands, that's good.
That's what they use.
Exactly. If you're doing something, if you're getting a tool for free, that means you are the product. Now, I'm going to tell you how you turn the tide, how you become monetizer, and the other person starts paying for your contribution. So let's see who's going to pay for us. Before that, I'm not here to teach you any complicated AI, machine learning, LLM. I'll tell you what is the most skillful task each one of you possesses. Each one of you can communicate using language. Is there anybody who doesn't know how to use language here? You can lift your hand. Do you communicate using sounds and symbols? Okay. Well, maybe programmers do. Maybe they use an asterisk and it means something in their team. But all of you know to use language. Believe me, it is the hardest thing to create. And artificial intelligence is getting there. It's not yet there. When you have such an amazing skill, why do you need to learn programming? Use what you're good at and get your share, what you deserve. So let me go back in time to my journey where I quit my job and said, I'm going to do what I love. And I was a great speaker. I wrote a lot of books. And the first challenge for any person who starts his business is he has to market himself. Unless you have a presence in the digital media, nobody knows about you. How many of you are satisfied with their presence on the digital media? You feel, I like the way my digital layer, my digital DNA is turning up. How many of you? That's good. None of you. I'm very, very happy. That means you're here to learn. Very good. Believe me, I'm not happy. I'm fully honed in on LinkedIn as my channel. My YouTube channel is growing very well. I don't want to use fake likes. I don't want to pay for promotion. I want organic growth. I'm just started monetizing. So today's workshop is, okay, I'm sharing my screen. Is it visible? Okay, you can see it. Okay, wonderful. So 30th of November, 2022, something happened. It's like birth of Christ. Everything became before Christ and after Christ. What happened 30th November 2022? ChatGPT, wonderful. So we have okay, this is the real AI crowd. They know it by dates. So within the next 1 year, after 30th November 2022, after OpenAI decided to release ChatGPT, two things happened. A lot of my friends lost job, and I started making money. I was one of those people everybody saw and said, you're doing so many things. How do you make money? You got a YouTube channel, you're on LinkedIn, you're on Instagram. You also have a TikTok presence. How do you make money? Who pays you? This is a question everybody asks me. And after November 30th, 2022, I decided, hey, I don't want this question anymore. I want to make money from my content. I did. And that's what I'm here to share with you because it's my personal journey. Guys, you know what the word creator is? Somebody who can create something amazing. You can create something which is not there. What is the hardest thing to create? The hardest thing to create on this planet is intelligence. It's not even life. Today, we can grow cells in a petri dish. So creating life is not hard. Creating intelligence today is the hardest thing. And I'm going to give you a small peek into how to create intelligence. Look, I'm a practicing Hindu, and in Hinduism, we have a God who is responsible for all forms of creation, all forms of destruction, all forms of maintenance. Basically, he's omnipotent. He can do lots of things. Now, I'm not promising I'll make you omnipotent, but I am going to teach you how to be smart about your text, which is visual text, and how to be smart about videos, which is music and vision and sound. How you can master this creation with AI. I am omnipresent. Well, this internet is allowing you to be in many places. So I'm not going to help you with that. 1,000 arms robots do, but I'm going to help you with text and video, or at least I'll get you started. So I'll give you some context here. I know you guys saw a lot of charts. Believe me, I was looking at those charts and I said, God, I don't know anything. I'm supposed to be hosting a workshop. Those guys were amazing smart. Look, What I know to do is be hands-on and make money right here, right now, with the laptop and with the most amazing skill I have. What is the skill I have, which you also have? Who can tell me? Language. Creativity. Very good. Awesome. So those are two things you need. Somebody asked, do you need a laptop? I'll say, if you listen to this talk carefully, maybe you can, do something with your laptop. But honestly, you need creativity and language skills. That's it. I'll teach you how to do the other things. So this is a chart by Max Tegmark. This guy's been a siren for the past 10 years. He's been saying, oh my God, AI is going to take over for the past 10 years. And he writes a book. It's called Life 3.0. So the way he talks about it is, in Life 1.0, you've got your hardware and your software. You don't do anything with it. God has given you something, you live with it. Life 2.0 is you create software. That's the Googles and the Metas and the Infosys, the TCS. They help you create software. With that, you change things. Now you've reached a point where your artificial intelligence can change both software and hardware. You're not required. It's able to multiplicate intelligence without any person involved. So we are supposed to be able to at least keep up with that kind of intelligence with the basic things we do in our life. Now, when you say creator in the AI domain, a domain expert will think you know to use tools like this. So these are tools used by writers and bloggers. So when I say writers and bloggers, writing could be an email to your boss in the morning. Writing could be summarizing all the expenses and sending it in an Excel file to your husband while you do taxes. Writing could mean you're correcting your essay for a child who's applying for college. Writing could mean sending a resume to your, whoever is hiring you. So writing comes in a lot of ways, and writing is pretty important because you won't be speaking to everyone. Writing is a skill to have. I'm going to teach you how to use ChatGPT to improve your writing. Now, there is also podcast and audio. How many people have a podcast? Or wonderful, wonderful. Anybody else? You'll get started with it, believe me. At least I'll teach you how to start doing your podcast. I have my own podcast for the past 3 years, 3.5. I started before the pandemic, and it's going pretty good. And there's also the video skills. I know there is a generation, they don't like to be on video. I took my time getting myself on video. How many people are comfortable with video? Wonderful. That's good. So I guess we have 60%. That's good. So that means people are adapting, So technology is, if it changes, humans are smarter. We adapt. We're not falling behind here. That's great. So let's start off the workshop with text content using GenAI. How many people use tools for text? Anyone? Yeah. Can you give me some names? What do you use for text? Wonderful. What do you use ChatGPT for?
So I will do a draft, and then I actually have it to polish it.
Wonderful. And are you satisfied with the way it's done, the polishing?
Mostly, but I still have to tweak it.
Wonderful. And ma'am, you?
Oh,
Yeah. Do you use?
Yes,
Yeah.
I use ChatGPT. So I give it my persona, so I give it some points.
Wonderful.
I start with giving some directions on what I want.
Yes.
And then I take that and, I take that as a framework.
Wonderful. You should join me in the workshop. Be my co-host next time. What about you, sir?
I use ChatGPT as well.
And what do you use it for?
Just to generate ideas.
Wonderful.
Business plans.
I love that. I love to chat with you, sir. How you, what parts of business plan, or maybe you can share it with the session. I endorse that, but where to be careful is what you should share with the audience. Okay. Anybody else wants to? Yeah.
Also, it's great at building a calendar. Like if you have subjects, give it a content calendar.
Yes.
It'll do a content calendar for me, ideation, all of that.
Wow, wonderful. Oh, that's something new. Do you use APIs for that, or? Okay. We should talk about that in depth. Maybe you can talk about it after the session. We have some time. Anybody else? Yeah. Wonderful. Wonderful. Yes. Wonderful.
So I started with ChatGPT first, but I used that for creating slides before. It's just very not friendly. So use another tool. I use Adobe Firefly.
Yes.
also.
Yes, wonderful. So good. So this is a pretty savvy audience. About 60-70% are already dabbling with tools. Now, here's the thing. I'm gonna stop and show you where I used my first LLM. So I'll stop sharing this. I'll show you. Okay, share this. Okay, so this is a tool called Otter. Has anybody heard Otter? Good, Otter AI. It usually integrates with your Zoom, but I was in a workshop with a very hotshot investor. This is like a dream. Like I had to work very hard to get a meeting with him, and he said, "Come on to my masterclass." He's like this gazillionaire and interacting with the hottest people in the valley. You know, we interact with the best startups in the B2B SaaS community. Guess what? The only thing I can do in his class is write, because I could never get to his level. He's like an ace. So I said, you know what? I'm going to create a summary of your class. The class went on for 4 hours, 5 days a week, for 4 weeks. So I got like about 40 hours of lectures, not just from him, but a bunch of smart people. I had to create one blog. And every session went on for 3 hours, and there was an hour and a half of Q&A. Can you imagine how much of data I have to crunch? That was my first interaction with ChatGPT. 2021, I used Otter. What Otter does, it gives me an outline here. Do you see this? Do you see this is a talk by Mark Andreessen on startup advice, and I'm getting an outline here. This is called zero-shot programming. Essentially, your LLM has gone through one iteration, and that's what it's doing. If you're able to throw this text into a ChatGPT, let's say I'm going to do that right now in front of you, and you build an agentic AI. I don't know how to do that, but I know that ChatGPT has a GPT store where you can build agents. So I'll show you simple, okay, so there is an AutoGPT agent. Believe me, this will take you maybe an hour to figure out how to take 50 hours of text data and create something reasonable. Now I'll tell you how I did it back in the day, because I know that back in the day, ChatGPT was not available. So I just took this Control-C, and I said, I'll go to ChatGPT and say, hey, can you create a 10-para blog for this? Can you create a 10-para blog out of this? What am I missing? The lady here, forgot her name. You gave me good advice on how to enter the data. I'm just dumping this here. I'm dumping some transcript from a long lecture by Mark Andreessen. What am I missing? I said, give me a 10-para blog.
You need to provide a persona. Who's the end audience?
Who's the end audience? Okay, the end audience is founder. End audience are startup founders. What else do I give? Okay, I'm going to add this. Make me sound like a seasoned venture capitalist, right? That's what he is. Venture. Don't bother with the typo. They will figure it out. So venture capitalist. Anything else? So I can go on and on. I can say this is going to go for a masterclass, and please provide Q&A at the end of this. I can do that. So essentially, this is what I did in the month of November 2022 when ChatGPT was released, and I had to get rid of half the editors. I had a team of 5 writers and editors, and I got rid of half of them, and we stopped hiring. Basically, we are hiring only people who can use GPT and work with GPT. If you're an editor and you know how to work with GPT and you can write around what GPT is giving, that's the kind of people I'm hiring. And my output is up by 40%. Look, I'm just a blogger. I just write blogs. Now imagine if I submitted a report, which I did. I got paid $1,500 for a technical report where I use a different tool called Perplexity AI. How many people use Perplexity AI? Wonderful. Okay, sir, why do you think Perplexity AI is better than ChatGPT? Why do you use Perplexity?
I just found it more focused in terms of the subject matter, and I don't get like a lot of links. I get more focused content when I.
Wonderful. Anybody else? Anybody else? It's just like Google search, but it's built around contextual text. Yeah. Yes, exactly, exactly. So for me, the biggest value add is I write books with investors and I have a reference. If I have some text, that person is giving me a reference. This is the source. Has anybody seen a reference with the ChatGPT text ever?
Yes.
You have seen reference?
You can ask it.
ChatGPT 4.
ChatGPT 4 has reference. Okay, that's right. So if you're using paid version, maybe you enjoy that luxury. But otherwise, if it's a free version, Perplexity gives you for free. But yeah, so great. So here is my blog. This is pretty decent starting point, isn't it? That talk went on for like an hour and a half, and I have a 10-paragraph blog. This is a zero-shot output. That means ChatGPT did its thing in one go. I have to still work with it. So what the lady there is saying is, don't work with it back and forth. Give all your instructions in the beginning. So my instructions right now run up to 50 lines. I have 50 specific instructions, and the back and forth is fully reduced. I don't need to hire an editor. My editor costs $55. Editor writer costs $55 an hour. She spends 6 hours on this. Imagine how much I have to spend for a write-up and how much I'm saving right now. So this is directly a saving. This is directly a saving. You don't need to hire someone for this kind of work. And the work I'm talking about is publication worthy. So this is serious stuff you can get done with ChatGPT. Now, I'll show you some other stuff. I pulled some stunts here. I have a YouTube channel, and I used to shoot videos every 2 days. Every 2 days, I'm in front of a green screen. I'm shooting a video. Imagine how bored I am. I'm bored to death. I'm like a rote machine. I read the news. I see what is trending, what is trending on Twitter, this and that. And then I'll show you what my YouTube channel looks like. So this is my YouTube channel. And I do startup and venture podcasts. And I'm like a rote machine. Every 3 days, I'm shooting a green screen video. Essentially, the unicorn founders and startup founders, VCs, they're all my guests. So when I'm not doing a podcast, I'm shooting videos. I'm bored and I'm tired. And shooting a video requires a lot of work. So there is a tool called, hey Jen, do you think this is me? How many of you think it's me? Okay, good. That is me. Can you hear me, guys?
No.
Okay, actually, this is my avatar. It's not me. It's my avatar. It's fully synthetic. It's not me. Okay, so I was hoping I could share the audio, but that's okay. Okay, so this video is actually on my YouTube channel. And I'll show you what that video looks like. It's one of these videos. So this is a AI generated video. And this is something which, that lady, you mentioned you use GPT for creating slides, is that correct? Yeah, yes. Yeah, so I use something like Gamma to create all those visuals which come here. Okay, so this is completely synthesized, it's not me. It's my avatar, and this is the avatar, one of the avatars. I have multiple avatars, so this is another avatar. So when I'm tired of shooting videos, I'm able to leverage avatars like this. And this is a licensed version. Every time I every time I ask it to say something with my avatar, I have to verify that it's me. Does that spook you? Anybody spooked here? Okay, you're spooked. Okay, spooked. Do you have any questions? I want to have all disclaimers here. You can't do this for Donald Trump. you can do it only for yourself. You can't even do it for your client. You can only do it for yourself. I ask my client to open an account. He has to pay for his license, And then he gives his password and I do it for him. And every time I do it, he sends me a permission. So they have a way of multiple ways to verify that the video being deployed is by the person. Let's say I don't like my face. It's not good. I can go to a avatar studio and I can hire an avatar. There are a ton of them. Look, she looks fine. So I can just hire her for my channel and she'll do perfectly good job. If I'm camera shy, I can have her. The point I'm trying to make is, it's no longer a luxury for you to have your YouTube channel. YouTube channel making is no longer a show business. It's completely democratized. If you have a hobby or passion, let's say you're a software engineer and you know a ton about real estate and you want to help people to make money with real estate, you can start a YouTube channel where you don't have to show your face. You can employ an avatar to do a very decent presentation, and you can use these marketing videos to promote your side hustle and make it, and you can make money. I have always made money with my YouTube videos. None of my videos, either someone has sponsored it or I've got a gig. If I work with someone, they've paid me. So none of this effort is free. It's all sponsored. So this is a business which you can definitely make money. And you just need to use, this is completely GenAI tool. These guys are building a conference where two avatars are talking to each other and educating people about the latest product release. All you need to do is use language and your creativity. You can generate a webinar of two avatars talking about your next product release. Hey, you engage in building your next product. You don't have to worry about that marketing video. You just have to send it to someone for approval, and you can offload the task. So you're also minimizing the number of people you're paying. So, all right, guys, how am I doing on time? How much time do I have? 30 minutes. Oh, okay, 30 minutes? Okay, wonderful. Any questions here? I'll take a break. Does anybody have questions? Yes, go ahead. Yeah. Okay, you first, yeah.
Verifying that, you're making sure it's
Yes. Yes. I always, whatever content you're working with, you have to fact check. So what I do is I use a different LLM to fact check what's in this LLM. Look, I have a very interesting job. I work for Scale AI, and I train the model prompt responses. My job is to train, let's say you type a query, what is the system supposed to respond to you? What is ChatGPT responding to you? In that job, my job is to train how the response should look like. It should not sound dangerous. It should not sound offensive. It should not be polarized. In that job, one of the things we do is we fact check. So let's say I'm working on ChatGPT. I use Perplexity for fact checking because I know Perplexity is very good with fact checking, and it calls out all the issues in my text. So you can either employ tools like that, or you have to do it manually. Don't throw the output of your GPT to your manager. That's not going to look good. You have to have human first in the loop. That's the word. Always remember. Remember, you're smarter. You're always smarter than your GPT tool. All right, wonderful. Okay, let me go back to my presentation. And does anybody have any questions? I want to show you a video here. And this I'm showing because I work with a lot of movie producers. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for presentation. Can you break it into numbers? How much does it cost to create one YouTube video like you just showed? Like,
yeah.
What is the team behind? How much does it cost? What is the time frame for
yeah.
this?
Yeah.
Well, and if you can go extra mile and say about possible revenue, that's like in numbers.
Yeah.
So much appreciated. Thank you.
That's a great question. I'm going to be doing a workshop. I want to address that question specifically. I know a lot of businesses want YouTube channels. I know a lot of people have to depend on YouTube channels for their marketing. They're too busy building the product. So to start a YouTube channel, essentially, if you have a Gmail account, you have access to a YouTube channel. And you need to start with a creative name, a YouTube channel banner. I'll just show you my channel. The conservative estimate, including your, let's say you have an iPhone. Do you have an iPhone?
I don't.
Okay.
I do have some.
But you will have some sort of a camera, a good camera, and a good laptop, right? And you have a YouTube account, which you may or may not be using. So these are the basic essentials, and you're able to upload a video on YouTube, correct? So what distinguishes hosting a YouTube channel versus other things is that, let me share this. YouTube channel requires a little bit higher quality because you want people to view it organically. So that is what cost some money. Now, if you look at what is shown, okay, give me one sec. So if you look at my channel, this is my YouTube channel. I spend money on thumbnails. Oh, sorry. So I spend money on thumbnails. When I say thumbnails, it means when your channel is getting decent views, let's say your first video, you shared it with your 50 of your friends, and they have started recommending your video, and then you do another video. Usually good practices, you shoot 6 videos in a pipeline, and you have a time. Every Monday, 6 p.m., you post your video. So the algorithm is trying to learn about you, what time you post, how frequently you post. So when you start posting, the algorithm doesn't know you. It's like guilty until innocent. It's like, what is this guy doing? Is he serious? Is he going to contribute to the channel? Is he regular? You know, obviously the algorithm wants business out of you. And then the next thing the algorithm sees is he creating good content? What do you mean by good content?